going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Broscast, episode 317. My name is Harrison. I'm joined by my brother Nick, as always. Nick, how you doing, buddy?
What's up? What's up?
I'm
doing
good. It's good. It's gonna be a great show. We're gonna talk about the some Bethesda laying down their roadmap for all of their games, and GameStop potentially leaking the pre-order date and maybe the Zelda Direct date next month. So we'll talk about it here in a little bit. But Nate, before we dive into what we've been playing, how's your week?
Week was pretty good. It was like first week back at work after the break, which wasn't too bad actually. Yeah. It's kind of nice. Kind of nice to be back at work. And then weekend was fine. Didn't do too much. I did watch the Spain-Argentina soccer game on Sunday. Super uneventful.
I didn't realize, I've just kind of getting into soccer this year with the World Cup. I've watched a few of the games. I didn't realize Argentina was the New England Patriots of soccer. Everybody hates them for whatever reason.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently everybody hates them.
Is it because Messi's on there?
I don't know. I don't know. When I was reading the comments on some of the TikTok stuff, they were calling them dirt bags and stuff. So I was so maybe this is going a little bit way deeper than I want to go.
I wanted surface level.
Yeah, I don't need
I don't need the lore.
Yeah, I don't need the lore and maybe some racism going on or something like that.
I don't need the lore dump right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just whatever. But yeah, I heard it was pretty uneventful.
I mean,
nobody scored until yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it was still cool to watch. I mean, I'm not a soccer fan by any means, and honestly, the World Cup didn't turn me into a soccer fan either.
No, I'll watch the World Cup in 4 years again, and keep up with it then. But I'm not gonna dive into the whatever. I'm not gonna start watching USA soccer.
It's not like hockey.
It's a little bit boring. It's very exciting when the excitement moments happen. But most of the time it's just kind of
waiting.
Yeah, you're just kind of waiting, and everybody's just passing around and I don't know, the one we watched with at the beach, the guy tripped up on himself. I'm like, well, man, even our dad was he's like, this is why I hate soccer. But it's you flopped yourself, you flopped on your and the flopping is it's ridiculous.
It's worse than NBA.
It is. Yeah, it's like LeBron level flops, but to the nth degree. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. There was a really good it wasn't a flop because the guy actually did a straight up front flip, but two guys ran into each other, and the guy who perpetrated it got a red card, so he was out. This is a minute 85 or something. But he ran into the guy, and then that guy did a full on front flip, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I didn't know the hydration breaks. I thought that was you just get water, but you actually water the field, and I kind of learned about that process, which I guess I wouldn't think that's why would you water the field? But I looked it up, and apparently it helps with less injuries and stuff like that. So pretty interesting in comparison to I don't know, football or something like that. So
yeah, football they don't do anything on the field. Mm-hmm. I mean, hockey they bring out the Zamboni.
Which, do they even do that? Do they do that between?
I think they do it between periods.
Periods, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then basketball, they're always just.
Yeah, out of I've dabbled in in the last year or so. I've dabbled in watching baseball. I've always kind of dabbled in basketball, but I just don't really care too much about basketball. But hockey, I could see myself going to way more hockey games.
Yeah,
in the future.
We should all go to a Hurricanes game.
We should, yeah. Maybe this is too much for you guys, but if we're still going to plan on coming up to you guys to watch a Resident Evil movie, maybe hockey might not start.
Yeah, that's September.
Yeah, I don't think that starts until October, maybe, or maybe it is September. I'm not sure.
Hockey season
or late September.
2026. September 29th.
Okay, yeah, the Resident Evil comes out before that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to come up and watch a game with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was good. Didn't really do too much. Took Helen over to the trampoline park, which is so funny. Like a couple years ago, like he would like complain whenever we're ready to go or like our time lapse. But now it's like after like an hour, he's ready to go. Like he's bored. I'm like,
he's getting bored.
Yeah. Well, when we went, like we went around. I don't know. We went around like 3:30. And at first there was a decent amount of kids because there was like a birthday party going on.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, there wasn't a ton. So like, I get it, but it's like,
one weekend, you need to bring him up here to, there's like this, it's like a bouncy, it's like an inflatable obstacle course trampoline park on the water.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I think he would really like. I need to find the name of it, but
yeah, he liked that a lot.
I think it's up in like North Raleigh, but it looks really cool.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we'll have to bring him up to that.
Yeah.
Like he loved like when we went to like that like the world's largest bouncy castle thing. But it got up to almost 90 and there was no shade. So it was a lot of fun. Like I was out there jumping in with them, but yeah, after about 45 minutes, we're like, whew, it's hot.
Yeah.
We took a little break and then jumped for like another 30 minutes. So, but yeah, good weekend. Played some Fortnite with my wife on Saturday. Had a good time doing that. Yeah, it was a good week.
Nice. Before we get into games, did you watch the Avengers trailer?
I did. How did you like it? I don't know what the hell's going on, but I liked it.
I thought it was just showing a bunch of people.
It was like fan servicey, kind of almost in a way.
Yeah, but like not enough. Like I don't think it did the fan service job.
Yeah.
Like ending with Steve Rogers felt.
And we already knew he was in it.
He's in the poster.
Yeah.
But you said you liked it.
I enjoyed it. I'm more hyped for it than I was before. But really after Endgame, like that was like peak, what's the phrase? Just the momentum leading up to
like that build up.
The build up, like there's nothing. Like have we like other than Spider-Man, is that like the only Marvel movie we have this year? And I doubt like Spider-Man is going to be, I'm sure he's going to be part of this movie, but maybe something will happen in this one where it'll have like some sort of build up for that. But like in person, like I haven't finished like Loki season 2. I didn't watch the Marvels. I didn't watch
Secret Invasion.
Well, I heard that show was terrible. I didn't watch that one. I didn't watch
Wonder Man.
I didn't watch the new Avengers or what's
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. I didn't watch that one. I didn't watch the new Fantastic Four. So I've missed a lot of them. So maybe that trailer will make more sense if I've seen those. But for right now, like I liked hearing the Avenger music. I liked hearing the dun dun dun, like that stuff. Like I liked seeing Thor. Obviously, I just had no idea what the hell's going on. Like. In any context, like I know Doomsday is in it. Obviously, that's Robert Downey Jr. and it's probably some sort of multiverse shenanigans going on. But man, yeah, it's going to be tough to get anywhere close between like Infinity War and Endgame as like one collective whole is so peak. Like it'll never be topped.
Yeah, I guess I don't know where. Like Doomsday falls into the whole picture. Like he was teased in Fantastic Four, but it was a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's been like alluded to or teased or talked about anywhere else. Maybe he has. And I haven't seen most of the Phase 4 and Phase 5 stuff. So I don't know. I do want to watch Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
I heard that was a good movie.
I heard Thunderbolts is good.
And then, I want to see Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to go see it next weekend.
Is it out this weekend?
No, it comes out the 31st, I think, which is probably next Thursday, I would imagine.
Okay.
No, next Friday. Well, it'll come out Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
Probably.
the Odyssey is going to take precedent for the next time we go to the movies. That is like,
yeah, I do want to see that too.
The one movie of the summer that I do want to see.
Yeah.
But I do want to see Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's also hard. Like, I feel like with movie outings now, I really have to be strategic about it. I can't just take us to a shitty movie like I could pre-kid.
Yeah. You got to make it the time worth it to go out. So
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Doomsday again. Like I just with not watching all the Marvel stuff, I really don't know what's going on with the story. I'm assuming it's some sort of multiverse, Stark, that something happens. Maybe it's something that happened in this timeline. Something happened with I don't know. And he's pissed, and he comes out. Who knows? But I'm excited for it. I'm more excited for it than I was yesterday. So.
Okay. I mean, not to dwell on it, but I do think the TV shows were a detriment to the overall vision of like the roadmap.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Just too much. It was too much too fast, and then I feel like it took them a while to get some really interesting stuff and to actually start building out the narrative.
Yeah.
Or at least tying it all together.
I've never been a fan of like multiverse stories.
It feels like a cop out.
Yeah, because when someone dies, like you can theoretically bring them back, but it's not the same iteration of that, that character, but they're still in the movie. It's just obviously the same actor. I just never, I don't know. And any villain since Thanos like hasn't felt like an Avengers level threat, so I don't know, like Kane. I think Kane was supposed to be the next big one. Obviously, that actor is a shitty person, so they ended up, scrapping that. And I know like that I didn't watch the latest Ant-Man movie anyways, and I heard it wasn't even good. So,
no, it was not good.
Yeah. So
it was not.
So, but I got to go on Disney Plus and watch. I guess I'm gonna watch everything that I've missed. But yeah, Spider-Man, I definitely want to see it in theaters.
Nice.
I just want it to be like we know Punisher's in there, and I just don't want it to be like I like Spider-Man 3, Tom Holland's Spider-Man 3, but it was like very like, okay, if these other Spider-Mans weren't in here, like is the movie that good? Or these other like, and I know that's the whole plot of that movie, but it felt very like fan servicey in a way.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's cool that they were able to do it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like when that came together, yeah, super awesome. But this one, I wanted to feel a little bit more grounded, if that makes sense. Like I want it to be like a New York, like a New York ass crime story. Like I think that would be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I have high hopes for that one.
Yeah. All right, well, let's dive into what we've been playing. Nick, where do you want to start?
Let me start with Ditch Attack.
Okay, cool.
I read the reviews for this, I think last week when it launched, and I almost immediately hit that download button.
Yeah.
Because it sounded really cool. And it is. It's a really awesome game. For those who don't know what Ditch Attack is, you play as a train driver that you're kind of like in a world that centralizes around trains. And like trains are the main form of transportation, and like it's kind of like a dystopian world, like post-apocalyptic world in a way, and like the cities are kind of
set in Japan.
Yeah, it's set in Japan.
Okay.
And the cities that are remaining are kind of like domed off and controlled by this mega corporation. And they tell everyone like, don't go outside the city, like you can't live out there, and like. The air in the world outside of the city is pretty much fine. But you're traveling through Japan via this train, and like the levels kind of centralize around like a Tony Hawk style type of gameplay, but you're on rails. Like, well, literally like you're on a train rail, but like it's kind of on rails where you're jumping and doing tricks, and you can jump in the air, and you can switch between rails, and you kind of have that freedom of movement when you're jumping in the air. And there's like a bunch of tricks you can do. There's like wall riding and
from what people have described it as, like it's like Jet Set Radio mixed with Tony Hawk mixed with like Subway Surfers in a way, because you're doing, like,
it kind of feels like Subway Surfers.
Yeah.
it really does. But I'm really enjoying it. Like each level is fairly different. They're not all just like, oh, go A to B. Some of them are, hey, you get into this level, it's kind of like a sprawling level, and you can go in one of 3 directions to do these 3 objectives, and you can do them in any order you please.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there are like races. There are some levels where you're going around a track in circles, and you're trying to achieve a certain goal within that track. And then I haven't gotten far enough in, but I know there's like train customization where you can unlock new trains that have different abilities or different.
It's flanky.
I don't know, different like modifiers or something. But it's a cool game. Like it's very arcadey. It's like it's very, very, very level based. So if you're looking for that kind of game, I would recommend it. If you're not looking for something that's like strictly level based, then
yeah, I think it's like $20, right? $20.
Yeah, $20.
This is not a Switch 2 exclusive, is it?
No, it's on all consoles.
Okay. Yeah. I know there's a demo on Switch 2, which I haven't downloaded, so I've been meaning to try it. But yeah,
it's very fun. Cool. There are a lot of different like tricks and button inputs to this game, so like it uses every button.
Yeah,
like it can get a little confusing, and it's gonna be one of those games that's kind of difficult to go back to because you forget, like, oh, you don't have to do this for this. But I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, it was a great pickup for you for Fantasy Critic, because it gave you 19 points. I was like, man, I'm getting super cooked in Fantasy Critic. So I did some sneaky pickups this week.
Yeah, that Procopia DLC was going.
Yeah, because I mean that's a whole another biome. So like, and Procopia scored like 90, something like that. So
hopefully
I'm hoping
as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's in at least the 80s. And then I picked up Beast of Reincarnation, Final Fantasy Resonance. I'm expecting like an 82, 83 for that game. Yep. That's where most 2D HD 2D games fall in. And then Valor Mortis. This is like the first person Napoleon era Souls-like game. It looks really cool. Andy Cortez from Kinda Funny has been like raving about it. He said it could be like a sneaky like game of the year kind of game. So I was like, let me go ahead and pick it up. So we'll see.
Yeah, that could go either way.
Yeah,
but I'm rooting for you, kind of.
All right, Nick, tell me about Rhythm Heaven, because you have loved this game.
I'm kind of loving it, dude.
Yeah.
Not even. So I really like the main mode, right? Which is you going level by level and playing a bunch of weird rhythm games, and then you play 4 in a row, or you play 4 in each stage, and then the 5th level combines them all into one song, right? So you're like instantaneously switching between each of the different mini games. So you're kind of to like switch your mindset on the fly. Like, remember, oh, I need to do this button input for this, or this is like the pattern.
Now, is it instruments you're doing? Like you're building the band, and then at the very end, everything's coming together?
No, it's like
just random mini games.
One example is like you're a soccer player, and the ball is thrown at you, and you hit the button, or you time your button with the kick.
Okay.
And then it's like, oh, they'll throw it at you, and you have to hit it with your chest first. So you flick the left stick, and then you hit it with your foot with the A button.
Okay.
So you're kind of just pressing buttons in rhythm with various things that are happening. Like I'm sure you've seen the trailer, but the girl that's cooking, like she's catching the tomatoes and the broccoli that's coming at her. So you're pressing A for those inputs, essentially.
Gotcha.
Okay. So there's that, which is like the main mode, and that takes place across like 40 levels. And then once you beat those 40 levels, there's the flip side, which is another set of 40 levels, which there are some like net new mini games in here, but the other ones are just like, oh, this so-and-so number 2 or so-and-so 2, or it's just another version of a mini game that you've played before, which is cool. The modes I've loved outside of the main game are the drum mode.
Which in the clips.
You can just free drum, man. It feels really good to drum. Like, I don't know, it's just so smartly designed. Like every single button on the controller is used for some sort of input. And what I love is like there are 2 button inputs for the snare, so you can do like a little roll by doing both of them at once, or like switching off between the 2. So you can really play anything on this drum set, which is pretty cool. And then there are lessons that you get graded for. So I've been doing those as I've unlocked them, and those have been fun. They kind of teach you different rhythms and different grooves.
Yeah, Nick's been posting clips on the TikTok about or guess the song, and it's good enough to where you can tell like what Move Along by All American Rejects and some other ones. So like it's good enough for you to pick it up, which is cool.
Be able to guess it, which is awesome. And then the mode I love the most is Beat Spell.
Yeah,
and I think I talked about this last week, but it's
like the RPG light kind of thing.
Like RPG rhythm fighting game. I beat the campaign, which probably took 2 to 3 hours to do, and then after you beat it, you unlock I think it's called like random cave quest, and it's a randomized cave quest that takes you through like probably 10 to 15 fights, 10 to 15 battles, and in between the battles you can get like treasure chest. Like it's the roguelike thing where you choose, it's exactly like Slay the Spire, where you choose your path. Sometimes you choose a treasure chest, sometimes you choose something that gives you some sort of boon or a boost. And you can like upgrade your spells along the way. You can find like secret spells, which is really cool. Like this mode opens up the game a lot. Like it introduces new spells, new mechanics.
It's pretty cool. I love when games have like that kind of like secret in-game kind of stuff where if you really dive in, it's like, man, there's something here.
Yeah, there's a ton of content, and like it really makes me want a full game like this. And I wonder how they could flesh it out even farther beyond this, but like it encourages you to replay it. Like there's a star ranking system, so you can try to get 5 stars, but outside of that, it's just kind of fun.
It sounds like something that would be perfect for like adding it to NSO as like a free game or something like that. I kind of wish they would do more stuff like that on NSO, like more like they had I think like a decent cadence of stuff.
Yeah. And
then it's like really slowed down, like Tetris 99, the Mario 35th, F-Zero 99, and I think there's been a couple of other things, but yeah, I wish they would add more stuff to that.
Yeah, I get it. Beat Spell. It feels like that 3DS, the 3DS Me game.
Yep.
Where you do those turn-based battles. I really enjoy it. I think it's awesome. And this game has a plethora of mini games that I haven't even played yet. And I made Alicia try the 2-player mode with me, which
cool.
Has like completely unique levels, and they were actually very fun. She didn't like it, but I liked it.
Timing thing?
Yeah, it's just timing. Yeah,
skill issue.
Yeah, it's pretty much a skill issue. I was like, do you know music? Do you know key rhythm? It's just you just time your button presses. Nothing crazy.
Easier said than done, Nick. Come on.
I know. But there's just a lot of content here, and it's
$40, right? It's $40 game.
$40, and I think it's worth it for $40. I read some complaints that like this game was pretty content light and maybe not worth the buy-in, but if you're actually like completing the campaign and doing all the things on the side, like there's a ton here to do. Yeah,
probably the same people that were complaining about Yoshi, and then they're like, oh, there's this whole other like story. There's
like a whole other half of the game.
Yeah. So
I feel like Nintendo has been doing this thing lately with games where they roll credits a little bit earlier than they should.
Yeah.
And it's skill issue. And maybe it's to give people that sense of completion and satisfaction, but like with Yoshi, like there were 6 more chapters to play, and with this game,
do they at the end? So sorry to go to Yoshi, but like at the end of the game, do they say like, kind of like they do with like New Game Plus, like, hey, New Game Plus is this is what you all the things you get in New Game Plus, and then did they like spell that out pretty like, hey, there's new stuff, or does it automatically take you to those chapters?
I think after you roll credits, there's like another cutscene, and what is it called, Mr. Book or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
he talks about new areas or new creatures to discover.
Say yes to Pulp. Have you played the new Yoshi, or are you just going by what you saw or read? I personally haven't played it, but Nick loved it.
What was the new Yoshi game is whack?
Yeah,
dude.
I would argue that you probably read a review and didn't actually play, or maybe you played the demo. You could have played the demo, I guess. But I think the game is a lot. It's a lot deeper than what it leads on.
It is way deeper, and I hope this is the direction that Yoshi continues to go, because this feels better to play than the previous 2D platformers. This is actually something new and different, whereas the other Yoshi games were just kind of baby versions of Mario and Kirby. Like this actually does something super unique, and like each level is really cool. And yeah, if you've only played the demo, or if you've only watched reviews, like maybe watch a video of someone deep into the game, to get a better sense of what it actually looks like to play, and not just like look at the first chapter of levels. Because there is a lot of really cool stuff, and there's a lot of content as well.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else you've been playing?
Just been dabbling in some more Fire Emblem Three Houses, trying to finish up one of the blue lines route before Fortune's Weave.
Is this DLC that you're playing, or did you restart the game?
No, it's the main game.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so you played the demo.
You played the demo, yeah. And I played the demo as well, and I like what I played. I don't know if I want to go out and spend $70 right now for it, but if it ever comes out like on sale, like I'll probably pick it up then.
Was the demo? Was it the first? How many levels?
I did the first like 3 encounters, so I would assume it's probably the first chapter. I would imagine however many creatures you can encounter in the first chapter.
It's like 6.
Yeah, and then there's the one that's like, I think it's like the frog one, where it's like underneath like the land, or it's like in the water or something like that. And it looks like maybe if I went back to the flower level, there's a way maybe I could get access to the frog. I'm not quite sure how that works, but maybe, because it wouldn't let me select the frog. It was like you have to do something else or something like that. So I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I can't remember if you just had to do another level.
Yeah, and it could be I have to go back into that one, and then maybe there's another route somewhere in there that I missed, or I use the flower to do something to unlock something. That could be the case. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if and going back to the say Still Pulp comment, like if the demo doesn't sell you on it, it's not going to sell you on it, but that doesn't mean that the game is bad.
Yeah,
and I personally believe that the game does get a lot better in subsequent chapters, but I do think the first chapter is still really good. So
I never really like that sentiment, but people do. I'm not trying to like blast you, Pulp, but just because it's not for you doesn't mean it's a bad game, Or if it reviews it, like if it's like a 7 out of 10 that someone reviewed, doesn't mean, like, some of my favorite games are 7 out of 10s. Like I love like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot or the Xenoverse games, like incredibly 7 out of 10s. Maybe a soft 8, maybe. Like, I know those games have issues, but I love that IP. I love that franchise, and I feel good when I'm in those universes. So, but I'm not going to say, hey, Nick, I think you should go out and drop $70 on this Xenoverse 3 because I said it's good.
Yeah.
When do we think they'll see? It's gonna be a long time. I think it's gonna be I think they won't come out and necessarily say it. I think they want to beat that record. They want to beat that PlayStation's
the 160, or is it 155?
I think it's 160. The imaginary 5 million PS2s that were in a warehouse somewhere sitting. I think they want to beat that record. I think with the cost of the Switch 2 going up, in September 1st, the $50. I still think they want to have that cheaper console out there for gamers, for younger gamers and stuff like that. I don't think a parent is necessarily going to want to buy their kid a $500 system, but a $300 250 system. I think it'll be around for a while. I don't think Nintendo is going to support the Switch 1 much longer. Like Rhythm Heaven was like the last one they have.
I think that'll be the last one
on their roadmap. Maybe there'll be a couple more, but I think they're full steam ahead in Switch 2. It's selling incredibly well, but they'll keep manufacturing them for quite a while. It'll probably be another couple of years, I'd imagine, before they completely stop making them.
Yeah.
Basically when they stop selling, like as long as it continues to sell a couple million a year, probably worth it to keep it around.
Yeah. Harrison, what have you been playing?
Yeah, been playing, still been playing Fortnite, just kind of chipping away at the season. I will say, like, I like the Power Hour stuff, but I really don't like the self revives in the game. Like the time to kill is already a little bit too long for my liking, especially with like one of the sprites that gives you like an extra 25% health and shield. So on top of that, and then you add the self revives. Sometimes the matches like they last a lot longer than they used to. I'll say.
Yeah.
So little frustrated with that, but I do like the new like bus mechanic at the very end where
you can extract
and multiple people can extract. So it's like, as soon as you see that notification, you have 2 minutes to get to the thing, and it's like one of those things where, okay, do I risk it and do I jump onto the bus when there's 30 seconds left and maybe throw out a turret and just hope and pray that I live, or do I wait till 10 seconds and I use one of the jump shield, the grenade, whatever that makes you boost up? Do I use that and then drop in on the last like 2 seconds and then I escape? So different strategies depending on how close you are. So I do like that mechanic. But yeah, time to kill is a little bit long for my liking, but
especially with that self revive.
Yeah. But I've also been playing Final Fantasy Rebirth. I have finally really dived into this game. I did put a few hours into it with the initial demo, and then I paused it. This game rocks, dude. It slaps so freaking hard, man. I'm loving it way more, and I already loved Remake, but I'm loving this one even more. It is the perfect podcast game because it's very checklisty. Like you're doing the world intel, you're finding like the mines and stuff like that, and you're collecting information about the Titans or whatever. And then you're doing your various side missions and all that stuff, and it is very checklisty. But I love stuff like that. I had to stop myself last night because I 100%ed the first area, the grasslands, and I'm on the second area now. And I was starting to I was filling up like the stuff, and I was like, I really want to see what the story. Like I need to see some more story. So I stopped and I started doing the story, and like there's this one part where you're trying to get up into the upper city. You kind of are in the lower area, and there's like this whole like dolphin mini game where it feels very much like Mario Sunshine with the bloopers that you're going on, but like you have to like do the drifting and hit the water balls or balloons or something like that to keep momentum going, and then you have to jump, and there's like a whole this game is so ridiculous and over the top and kind of cheesy and corny in a way, but like it works, and the combat is so much fun. Like they brought in like the synergies between characters from the Intergrade DLC from Remake with Yuffie. Man, all the characters are great. I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time with this game.
That's awesome. It is a great product.
Did you ever play Intergrade?
No.
Okay. You need to
Did you play it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play that on Switch too, because you can just play that independently.
Yeah, you can just play it independently. That's a great like maybe 3 to 4 hour like campaign, but it introduces the synergy ability between the two characters.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's also where like Fort Condor comes into play for the first time in there. So there's like some Fort Condor stuff.
In game was introduced. Okay.
And Dude, Queen's Blood, man. Oh, it's so
Queen's
much fun.
I hate Fort Condor.
Yeah, that one's tough. That one's a little bit tough.
But I like it at the same time.
Yeah. It's like Clash of Clans.
Well, it's like Clash Royale.
Clash Royale, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I meant. So,
dude, don't get me started on Clash of Clans though.
Oh, Clash of Clans.
That comic, dude.
It was you were addicted to that, and then was it Marvel Snap?
Marvel Snap.
That you were really into?
I loved Marvel Snap, dude.
Yeah, I played a decent amount of Clash of Clans, and then I played a pretty good amount of Marvel Snap, and then I was like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. There was that funny story of like I didn't do this, by the way, but there was that funny story that Jeff Grubb was talking about on his podcast where he's like I'm 100% addicted to this game because I found myself driving. He was sitting there playing, and everybody on the panel was like, "Oh my god, like you gotta figure something out." But then Hearthstone was a big one for me for mobile.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think I've really gotten into anything since Marvel Snap. But
when I was in college, like me and all my roommates and all my friends were like really into Clash of Clans, and we would like get into raids together where you go against like another set of 10 people.
Oh, I didn't get that deep into it. I just played.
And you can
base.
And you start the raid, and all of you like choose which village you want to attack out of the 10, because there's the number 1, which is the best village, and there's number 10. So we'd strategically choose who's attacking what. That's funny. I had two phones. I had my phone and then my iPod Touch. And I had 2 accounts that were running Clash.
Y'all had a whole
operation. It was a lot of fun.
Wind Waker and Twilight Princess Age. Yeah, they'll come eventually. To
Switch 1 though, I really hope they come to Switch 2 at this point. Like,
I feel like it would kind of be a middle finger to Switch 1 only players right now, but.
What if it came to Switch 2?
Yeah, like exclusively to the Switch 2, because that's what people wanted for so long on the base
Switch.
They
really should have bought a Wii U.
I guess that is true.
Bought a Wii U. Should have showed up.
Yeah, that's true. Should have showed up.
I
bought both of those, and I would still rebuy them on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
I think they'll come in some form. Whether if it's just a basic port from Wii U, maybe a little bit of up-res, or I doubt they're going to be full on like remake situation, and like Wind Waker really doesn't need it at all. Like it kind of got like that treatment on the Wii U with fixing the Triforce quest and stuff like that, making that a little bit more streamlined.
Twilight Princess
is the one that needs the most work.
In a Switch version, I feel like that would just be a port, and they wouldn't do any work on it since the Switch is not much more.
I would like it to be Switch 2 just so we get the 4K,
get
60 frames. Like that's where I would prefer it. But I could see it coming to Switch 1 as well. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there'll be 2. I hope they don't do 2 versions, but who knows?
Yeah. What exact month do you think the Switch 1 will surpass PS2? I think by the next fiscal year end, so like March 31st next year, it'll probably be a year, at least a year, I would say. Yeah.
Because what is it at now? Like 166, 67?
I think it's 150 something.
Or no, not 160, 156 or 7. Just gotta say it.
Let me go to their dedicated video game sales units. It's at 155.9.
Okay.
So another 4 million.
Yeah, it'll get there. If it doesn't happen next year, it'll happen. It'll happen before everything's said and done with the Switch era.
Speaking of which, since I'm on Nintendo financials right now, their quarterly report is, I think, the first week of August.
Okay.
And we should get results for Yoshi, for Star Fox, and for Tomodachi Life.
I'm excited for Star Fox.
Do you think Yoshi cracked 1 million? And what's your read on Star Fox for the 4-ish days that I had in June?
Oh yeah, I guess it's only 4 days, huh? Definitely cracked 1 million.
For Star Fox.
For Star Fox. Maybe 2. but definitely 1 million. It's hard to say with 4 days, and I think maybe some word of mouth probably happened too with Star Fox for people that were on the fence. The demo probably helped. Yeah, a lot of people were. I mean, there was some like people complaining about the length of the game, but it's like that's. I mean, again, like we said a few weeks ago, like that's on you. Like Star Fox has been Star Fox since the NES days. Like we already know what that game is and how long it is. We're just getting the best possible version of that game. So yeah, definitely cracked 1 million. Again, maybe 2, maybe 1.5 for Star Fox.
I think 1.5.
Yoshi, I don't know. They just recently put out the demo,
which makes me think it didn't.
Which makes me think, it probably didn't crack 1 million. But maybe it did. I mean, with the Mario movie, maybe, around that time.
But if Mario Tennis can't do it.
Yeah, but
that was 70 digital though. That was
70 digital, and I think Mario sports games have got a bad rap, deservedly so, on the Switch One, and this is the first Switch 2 game. And you say it's pretty in depth. There's a lot going on with that game, but is it still worth 70? That's up to the individual for that. But
between you and God,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it cracked 1 million, barely. But I don't even think like Japan showed up for it.
Yeah.
So normally they can carry.
And with it being 60 digital, like I think if it did crack 1 million, I think ultimately the variable pricing was a great decision. I mean, as a consumer, it's a great decision because we're getting games cheaper, and then all the retail outlets are also matching that digital price. We're getting physical for that same price as digital. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say because it was $60 digital, it was number 1 on the eShop for at least that week, right?
Yeah. But so is Mario Tennis.
Yeah, I guess, if nothing else was selling that much, I guess it could be number 1. Yeah. I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say it is. I'm going to say it is.
I think Star Fox will be like 1.5 million. So something like that. Do you think Switch 2 is Nintendo's
last console? No way. There's no indication on why. If this was like a flop, sure, maybe, but like the Wii U was also a really hard flop. And that kind of pivoted Nintendo to make the NES and SNES like minis to kind of compensate for not having any console sales. But Switch 1 was on like a generational run with how much it was selling, the games it was selling, like. And Switch 2 is already ahead, like the fastest selling console of all time. So yeah, there's no way this is our last console. I don't think it's going to be on shelves for a decade. I mean, it could be on the shelves. I think they'll have something new, before. I don't think it's going to last 10 years.
Whether it's a Switch 3, I mean, that's another question.
Yeah, or if it'll be whatever they decide to do. If they want to do some sort of leap in technology and give us another way to play, but I think they figured it out with the Switch 2 or Switch in general. At least for me, like I'm good with this form factor for a long time.
Yeah,
just more powerful, I guess. But then that comes with increase in price. But yeah, it's definitely not their last console.
Now
Xbox.
Yeah, I was gonna say change the question. Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox maybe. PlayStation no. Xbox maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Xbox. But no, then Switch 2, Nintendo, they're doing very well, and their cadence of releases is unparalleled. Like, yeah, they've got the magic sauce over there in Japan. But yeah, going back to Rebirth, great game. I'm probably about 15 hours in now. Loving it, man. I love the combat. I love. Yeah, it's a fantastic, and it's somewhat difficult. I definitely died on a few encounters, especially like the flying enemies. They can be a little bit of a pain to deal with.
Yeah.
And they do some real. We're all about not wasting our time, and I really appreciate because once you get the chocobo and you can start fast traveling and stuff like that. I guess you don't need the chocobo to fast travel, but once you start getting the ability to fast travel. I was a little confused on why, like, whenever you go to the benches and stuff like that, it's like, hey, do you want to walk or do you want to use a chocobo? I'm like, well, there's no difference in terms of like time, or because there's not like a time mechanic in this game that I know about. So I'm like, well, what's the difference? But they give you the opportunity because if you're like, okay, I want to go here, I want to go to the chocobo station, and then if I choose chocobo, I'm just automatically on the chocobo, and then I can just start going to where I need to go. Or in the other scenario where maybe you're hurt, right, and you're actually going to want to use a cushion and sit at the station to heal up. Like, it gives you that opportunity to choose walk, and that way you don't have to like waste a few seconds of time to get off your chocobo if you don't want, so it's little things like that I think are pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I think that it's in there and there's even options, but maybe they thought about that and killing like precious seconds. I don't know. Neat either way.
Man, that is interesting because I don't see Rebirth as a game that like respects your time that much, but
well, in terms of like,
well,
I don't know, like the load times like the load times are super fast on like when you're doing fast traveling.
I'm just thinking about the plethora of like what feels like useless content in there.
Yeah, I mean there is a lot of like,
but it's optional. So
yeah, go grab something from this and bring it back to me. Like there's one mission where somebody got their card stolen or lost it in the game, and you have to go beat the guy and to get the card back, and then you go back to the bartender, and he's like, "Oh, well, actually, it turns out that I don't really keep track of my stuff, so you could just have this card." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So it's just like dumb, like little missions like that, but like it's so quirky and like just charming that I love like the cheesiness of it in a way. And like God, this game is good.
Dude, I wish Square was better about the Switch 2 and would offer freaking cloud transfer.
Yeah, they are the worst when it comes to that stuff. Like I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like we should, if you're not gonna offer an upgrade path, which is also I think ridiculous and kind of a slap in the face to your consumers that supported you on Switch 1, at least have save files. Like it's right there.
Like Octopath 1 and 2, it's crazy.
It can't be that much more money to do that, right? Like it can't be. To have to worry or have to deal with like the negativity when you tweet out like, hey, there's Final Fantasy X2 and Final Fantasy X are on the Switch too. Oh, by the way, there's no upgrade path. There's not really a difference in this and that, and the save files don't even transfer. Like, what do you mean? Like I've played this year Final Fantasy X on my Switch 2. And you're telling me that I can't, if I wanted to even buy the Switch 2 version to have it on my shelf, I can't.
It's just lazy, man.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, that's been rumored for a long time. The dual screen for 3DS coming to the NSO. I mean, they did.
That would be awesome.
The virtual console. So like anything is kind of up in the air.
My one concern is the Switch 2 is so big.
Yeah, it'll be like a heavy thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm kind of getting nostalgic for the Switch Lite at this point.
The Switch 1 Lite, yeah, it's tiny in comparison.
Yeah,
and we'll probably get a Switch 2 Lite at some point. During its lifespan, a Switch 2 OLED. I'm very concerned about my wallet for Zelda this year because we know a direct is coming for Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't buy the Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 or Switch edition, but if the Switch 2 looks pretty damn good, I might be giving Kellen my Switch 2 and getting that one for.
You already have a plan.
Yeah. So we'll see. No, Reggie's not returning to Nintendo. He did his time. He was a great NA president. Like he was awesome. But nah, I don't think he's not going to come back. Because why would he? I mean, he launched the Switch, right, and then he retired. Because he's been out of the game for quite a while, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, since 2022, 2023?
Yeah, he's been out for a few years, and Nintendo's in a very good spot. So
actually, it was like 2017, 2018. It was a long time ago.
It was. I think it was like maybe the second year of Switch 2 or Switch.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no need for him to come back. I mean, I think he's retired. I think he's like on the chair of like GameStop still, but he may not be. I'm not entirely sure. He's on the board for GameStop, so I don't know. But no, there's no reason for him to come back. He did his time. All right, Nick. I think that's everything on Rebirth. I really like it. Gonna be playing a lot more, and then I'm probably not gonna finish it by the time Splatoon Raiders comes out. But
I mean, that's 3 days, 2 days from now, 3 days from now.
What is your Metacritic score for Raiders?
82.
82. Yeah.
I hope it's higher, but these Nintendo games lately, I just always get 81, 82, even though Star Fox.
I'm going to say an 85. It's going to be one of the higher rated games this year.
I have a lot of hope in it. I'm really excited.
It looks great. I can't wait for it. All right, let's dive over into the news here. We'll start with the first story. Bethesda, kind of randomly, like no trailer, no nothing, just a very long post on Twitter. But they basically put down their roadmap for all of their games. Like right now, they said Elder Scrolls 6 is their main priority. They have allowed Obsidian to start working on the next Fallout project. It's in pre-production, or so, like just starting. I'm excited for, I guess, Bethesda stuff. Like, this just goes back to what we've been talking about with the Xbox and being mismanaged. Why is Obsidian just now starting on New Vegas 2 or whatever they're working on? Like, the millisecond they acquired them and Bethesda, they should have said, "Hey, Todd Howard, I'm sorry, but they're working on
You were taking too long."
Yeah, you were taking too long for this game.
Well, let's talk about the roadmap real quick. So Starfield, that got some love. That's continuing into year 3 with what seems like more updates.
Yep.
Fallout 5 is still the long range plan, which means it is years out.
Yeah, and they have multiple Fallout projects in development.
Yeah, so Fallout 3 remasters. Yeah, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. And then 76, that's continuing on. Fallout 4 has sold 35 million copies. That's awesome. Elder Scrolls, obviously, that team is still working on Elder Scrolls 6. That'll probably be out within the next 10 years.
10 years. Ridiculous. God.
Yeah. And anything else notable here? I mean,
did you New Vegas is also getting a remaster.
Yeah, I mentioned that one.
They're skipping Fallout Day this year, but they're going to be coming back next year with some big news. Obsidian. I think that's everything.
I mean, listen, it's great that they're working on remasters of 3 and New Vegas, but they should have been doing this for the past 3 years.
Yeah, these should have been ready to go with the TV show to align with that. Like, it was insane.
They should have done that instead of Oblivion remastered. They should have done like Fallout 3 remastered or Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, and did they even do Oblivion remaster? I'm pretty sure it was another studio that did it.
Well, they should have had that other studio do.
Yeah, do Fallout. Yeah, just wild. Like,
it's just weird.
Yeah, just very bad mismanagement, and maybe that's not even an Xbox issue. Like, maybe that's just a Bethesda issue where they just cannot get games. Like, I understand that they're working. Skyrim came out in 2011. Fallout 4 came out in 2015, and then they've been working on Starfield ever since. But that came out in 2023 or 2024? 2024. 23. Did it launch the same year as Zelda? Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah, because it was the same as Baldur's Gate.
Okay. Well. So 2015, so 8 years for that. Yeah, not great. Not a great. It's too long. It's too long for those games in between. And who knows how long Fallout 5 is until it's Elder Scrolls 6. We're not getting that for like another 2 to 3 years. So I'm glad they're starting to, give these IPs to other studios, and Obsidian is obviously the perfect one to handle a Fallout game because they kind of know the inner works of how those games work. But yeah, just terrible. Yeah, time to lock in. Terrible mismanagement. Any other thoughts on the Bethesda stuff?
Not really.
Are you even excited for the next Fallout or Elder Scrolls in general?
I'm excited to see Elder Scrolls 6, but I have a feeling I know what it's going to look like, and I know what it's going to be like. But I do think, like, out of all the games in a post GTA 6 world, Elder Scrolls 6 is like the only other game.
That's like the next like big open world RPG, right? Like maybe Witcher 4. You could throw that in the mix.
Witcher 4, like the next Zelda.
Yeah, what's the next Zelda? That's like the big four, right? Is there anything else? Witcher 4, Zelda,
nothing
GTA.
else from Xbox.
PlayStation doesn't really have any open world like first party stuff.
No, I mean like Intergalactic might be open world.
Spider-Man, maybe Spider-Man. Yeah. All right, cool. See, I'm on the fence too. Like I'm excited for what those games are, but I just have like Starfield did nothing for me, and I think after Starfield, I genuinely concerned for myself for those games. Like maybe I just don't like the presentation anymore of these games. Maybe I just don't like how they look, how they feel.
Yeah, I
don't know. We'll see. All right, and then the main topic, Nick, GameStop last week, they potentially leaked the pre-order date for Zelda Ocarina of Time. The listing has since been removed. If you go to GameStop right now and type in Zelda Ocarina of Time, there's not even a page for the remake. It just has like some other Zelda related stuff. And potentially August 4th, that's like the pre-order date. That could mean that could be the next Direct. That could be the Direct. It is on Tuesday, so it kind of falls in line with their typical release schedules for their Directs. So that could be. Nate the Hate did come out on Twitter and mention, hey, no, this is not. They didn't actually leak this. This is actually, if you type it in now, it links to Beast of Incarnation. But then also like, and a lot of people are like, oh, okay, yep, debunked, not a thing. But if you go in and type in Zelda now, over the last couple of days, different games have popped up, so it's not necessarily tied to Beast of Incarnation. So I don't think necessarily Nate the Hate debunked it. I think a lot of people were saying, obviously whenever Nate the Hate speaks, it is gospel, right? And I don't like, I'm not a big fan of Nate the Hate. I'm not a big fan of him ruining all the announcements. And I will carry that on until the end of time. So I don't necessarily think that is completely debunked. It could be, right? It could be debunked, but I still think there's a potential that maybe something's happening on the 4th. Probably not, but I don't think we can't completely discredit what we saw before because he says something. That's
true. And regardless of whether or not this is an actual leak, I do think early August is an appropriate time frame for a full-on Zelda reveal, because we know like Splatoon is this week, the Dust Bloods is the end of August, and we didn't put that on here, but they're having a network test at the end of August, and then September is going to be Fire Emblem. So I'm assuming there will be a Direct for Fire Emblem in September.
Yeah.
October probably Dust Bloods release plus Switch Sports, and then Zelda release in November. So, like, when do you reveal it? You reveal it sometime in August.
Yeah, I think it's the perfect time. Get past Splatoon Raiders. I never expected to see anything Zelda this month. With Splatoon right around the corner. Mm-hmm. But yeah, once that ends, I think starting August 1st, or I guess August 1st is a Saturday, but I'd say starting August 3rd, like the floodgates are kind of open, and any time after that is Zelda time. So
I think it'll be in a Zelda themed, like a Zelda 40th anniversary Direct, and they'll have this game, maybe another collection, like maybe the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess games, and then maybe a trailer for the movie, because that movie has, I think, wrapped filming
April 30th. So we're getting close.
Yeah.
It's wrap filming, so they could put in some sort of like teaser trailer. together. So yeah, I do expect like a full big like blowout for the 40th.
So. Do you think we'll see a 2D game at all? I know there was that rumored like game replay is Ganondorf.
Yeah,
but that might be a
next year thing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I did see, and this is IMDb. It's kind of like Wikipedia. Like I think anybody can kind of go on and edit stuff, but I think you have to have some sort of like
accreditation
or something. Like there is like you can't just go on there and do whatever you want. But the voice actor for Link for Ocarina of Time in his IMDb listing as of a couple of days ago, it was also as the Great Deity Mask in Majora's Mask.
Wait, who plays
the adult voice actor for Link in the Ocarina of Time remake?
Oh, the remake
is listed as the Great Deity Link in Majora's Mask, which is like essentially the adult Link.
Do you think we would have a 1-2 punch?
I don't know if we would get it next year, but maybe the end of next year or summer, or maybe they want to have, I don't know. We definitely wouldn't get it in November, like Ocarina of Time in November, and we would turn around and get Majora's Mask in like February or March or April to try to align with the movie.
Holiday next year.
But maybe holiday next year. Because again, like that's kind of how Ocarina of Time was. Like they same engine, obviously they used a ton of the same assets, and they got that game out, and I think like a year or 2 years and 1 month after Ocarina of Time. So I'm sure that they're going to use the same exact engine and art style for Ocarina of Time if they're doing Majora's Mask, of course. So yeah, I don't think we'll wait too long for Majora's Mask. I think we'll get it either the end of next year or maybe early 2028.
That would be a quicker turnaround than the 3DS.
Yeah,
remasters.
Yeah, those are like 4 years apart, I think.
Right.
And maybe they'll hold it. Maybe they'll hold it. Maybe they don't want to blow their Zelda-y load.
I don't know. I'm sure they have plenty of Zelda projects.
Yes. Yeah. Because who knows? Like when the next, Tears of the Kingdom come out in 2023. The next open air Zelda,
2027. Wait, no, that's next year. 2028.
2028 maybe. So there's always something Zelda every year. So whether that's a 2D Zelda, top-down Zelda, a Twilight Princess, Wind Waker ports, maybe a Warriors game. I don't know. I don't think we'll get another Warriors game until after maybe the next open air Zelda.
Yeah,
they could do something with that.
Oh yeah, I hope we don't get one for a while.
So,
yeah, I don't know if I believe this leak.
Yeah,
but I think the timing makes sense.
Yeah, timing makes perfect sense.
Do you think this is going to be a reimagining or a remake?
I don't think it's going to be on the scale of like Final Fantasy is, but I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a 1-to-1 remake. Like I don't think it's just going to be. No. I think it's going to be. I think they're going to add content to this game, like more side missions. Maybe give us an extra dungeon, like give us that light temple dungeon. I think they're going to they're going to add stuff into Hyrule Field to make it feel more alive, right? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like a straight 1-to-1. At least I don't want it to be. Like the 3DS was definitely a 1-to-1 remake, just made the quality of life better.
Yeah,
we already got that, and that's the best version of Ocarina of Time. Like I want, and those games exist, right? I want something that's maybe not necessarily on the reimagining side, but like a little bit closer to that than a proper remake or something like that. Well, what about you? Where are you? Yeah, what do you want with this?
I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I would be happy with a remake because it's been a long time since I've played Ocarina of Time, but I would like them to flesh out Hyrule Field and maybe add those like scrapped mechanics of the medallions having abilities attached to them.
That'd be cool. Get like some sort of sage ability or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, like Ocarina of Time is that game, dude.
Yeah.
You know, if you remake it, that's also fine.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like, even if they leave Hyrule Field barren with the visual updates, I bet it'll look more alive than the Nintendo 64 version.
Yeah. I mean, just obviously visually, I think it's going to look stunning. And it's going to have like the orchestral behind it. So it's going to sound like all the music is going to sound so good. Like, I can't wait to see it properly. Whenever that is. And hopefully it's
soon.
Hopefully it's like at least like the first week of August. Cause I just want to see it. I just want to see it.
See it, dude. I thought they were going to show more, but
yeah,
it's okay that they didn't.
No. And like I said, like that direct I think was good. I think the way they showed Zelda was awesome. If we didn't already know about it and it wasn't spoiled for us, like that's my biggest gripe. Direct. Yeah, that was my biggest gripe with that direct and Nate the Hate and a lot of people, like when he posted like he's like, oh, it's not actually happening. Like they're like, dude, just go away. Like just get off the internet, please. Because like, and he's like, oh, well, how did I ruin the last direct? I'm like, dude, you ruined a huge moment. Like the greatest game of all time, highest rated game of all time, getting a remake. Obviously, it's been rumored for a long time, but like, you know, we didn't actually know if it was actually a thing, and you ruined it. You did. And if you can't see that, then I don't know. You're a prick. I don't know.
Yeah, even the Switch Sports reveal, like that could have been a cooler pop off moment.
Yeah,
than it was.
I don't mind if you're like, hey, a direct is happening next week. That's fine. I just don't need to know what's in it.
Yeah,
I want to be surprised. That's why I watch these things, is I like to be genuinely surprised in a world where everything gets spoiled nowadays. Like I want to not know about things. Like I don't want to know about remakes and sequels. Like I just want to go into it and be surprised and excited.
I feel like that's not too much to ask, but
it's really not. And I know it's like you could say, well, just don't be on the internet and don't follow that person. I don't follow this guy. Like I don't watch any of his stuff.
But
it's gonna be on the internet. Like I'm not gonna see it.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating.
Well, hopefully,
but we'll see.
The Zelda Direct, if there is one, does not get spoiled. Hopefully, the September Direct does not get spoiled. Aside from Metroid Ravenous, which we know exists now.
Yeah, and that was like the ESRB rating or PEGI rating or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a Brazil rating.
Yeah. So like, man, like I would love like a Metroid Direct, like a 40th, because Metroid's celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. So like, I would love to see something. I would love Nintendo to show some love with Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like if Ravenous comes out this year, dude, this is going to be like one of the best years ever for Nintendo. Like Metroid, Zelda, and all in one year.
Metroid, Zelda, Star Fox. We got some Yoshi love. I mean, Splatoon is going to hopefully have a great game. Shit. Fire Emblem, yeah, peak year. Cinema. It might be cinema. Even without Metroid, if Splatoon, Fire Emblem, and Zelda all pop off, it's gonna be a fantastic year.
Yeah, and the Dustbloods, like they kind of double down on 2026. So maybe that's actually going to come out. I mean, that's still up in the air. Obviously, we
get the network test, so that kind of somewhat.
And I'm sure, I'd imagine, like whether or not you get into the network test, I'm sure they're going to have some sort of trailer to go alongside it, right?
I would hope so.
Because like when they showed it off in the last direct, it was literally just like still image. Like that was just I would rather not even be in there, because like they didn't do anything for the game. They didn't show off. They showed off there's going to be a network test, right? But they didn't give us a date for those. So yeah, they didn't really change the game with that. Like what is this game?
Like you're telling me you can't muster up a trailer of some random gameplay or like
something
random cinematics that aren't just repeats from last year?
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
Are you excited for Dustbloods?
I'm like as excited as I was for Night Rain.
Yeah, and after playing Night Rain, like it was a really cool concept. I just didn't love it. I enjoyed it for what it was, but maybe I just didn't give it enough time enough chances. I mean, you and I tried to play a couple times and we were having issues, and it's just so hard like to link up with people and play online these days. So yeah, I'm kind of mid. I'm like kind of in the middle. Like I want to play it or at least see more of it, but also, am I going to get this game? And then I don't play it a ton because I'm not the biggest multiplayer guy.
Right. Yeah, I'm interested to see like what does the progression system look like if there is one? What does the PvE look like? What's the PvP look like? And,
is it an extraction game? Like, or is that like the end? Like, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like, is it?
I'm just not. I don't have a ton of trust in FromSoft's like online centric.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, is this going to be a total nightmare trying to play with people?
Yeah,
and 8 people, and I guess you kind of load into like a lobby, so you don't necessarily have to. I mean, we don't know, but you don't have to. You're not teaming up with 8 people, right? You're probably going in by yourself, maybe, or maybe a partner.
Try to keep it even by yourself.
It's 8 people, yeah.
And you can like team up if you want, but
yeah, it could be interesting. Like it could be. I don't know. Maybe this is the game to get me into the extraction genre. Who knows? Like if this is going to any game, this will be it.
I mean, apparently they've been wanting to make this game for a long time.
Yeah. And Nintendo of all people.
Yeah, that's what
that doesn't. I don't think it's dealt in extraction shooters at all. When is the next Nintendo Direct? Probably next month, I would imagine.
For Zelda.
Yeah, and then the next one, if we're going by history, September is going to be the next.
September would be the General Direct.
Yeah, General Direct.
I'm sure there's like an indie showcase in there somewhere in late August, but
yeah, Zelda Direct, maybe an indie showcase, Gen Direct, and then maybe a Fire Emblem Direct.
Yeah, I guess
out the 17th or 19th.
Mark your calendar, boy. 17th.
17th. Okay. So yeah, maybe General Direct the first week of September, and then the same thing they kind of did with the Splatoon Direct, like announce it in the Direct. Hey, Fire Emblem Direct coming next week or something like that.
Harrison, are you day one for Fortune to Believe?
Yeah, I got a pre-order.
You gonna play it?
Yeah. This is it, baby. I'm in.
I think this is the metaphor.
I'm liking what I'm seeing, character wise.
Yeah.
Now that I've gotten into metaphor, and I absolutely love that game, and I like the relationship stuff. I think I'm gonna like that a lot more. But that was kind of like the thing that deterred me away from Three Houses. I was like, I don't know if I necessarily want to deal with all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I just kind of wanted to get into the gameplay. But yeah, I got a pre-order. I got the special edition pre-order.
Good. Do you know what character you're going to go with to start? Because you can pick 4 routes.
I don't. I'll have to
do some research.
I got to do some research.
Yeah.
But yeah. Watch after September 1, they're going to go another entire academic year without dropping one.
I don't think so.
I mean, it wasn't a year with the last one, right? It was September and then June, right? Yeah. So it wasn't a year. Felt like a year.
Felt like a long time. I mean, we had game releases. We had Picopia and Tomodachi Life and Yoshi, but
a lot of third-party support. So like there's a lot of stuff to play.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, Resident Evil. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to play. But yeah, I mean, yeah, would I like a Direct every 2 months or 3 months? Yes, of course I would. Because you run into that problem where, if you wait so long and then the Direct is not for you, if there's not any games that you want to play, then it's obviously mid, and then you have to wait anymore. But yeah, I think we'll probably go down to maybe two big Directs a year, sprinkled in with indie Directs, game dedicated Directs, celebration Directs, whatever. If there's another big anniversary Direct or something like that. But yeah, I don't know if we'll get 3 every. I don't know. They could change up the cadence next year and go back to what we're used to. February, June, September. This year was June. So far, that's it. We don't know. We don't even know if there's going to be a September one. Who knows?
Maybe it'll be like October or November this year.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. We just gotta be patient. there's games coming. Like if you're a Nintendo fan this year, like you got Yoshi, you got Splatoon, you got Fire Emblem,
you got Star Fox,
you got probably one of the best Pokemon games ever made with Pokopia. You got Star Fox, you got Zelda. I don't know if I said that already.
Yeah, Splatoon, you got Fire Emblem, you got Rhythm Heaven for the Rhythm Heaven lovers.
Tamagotchi Life, that's like a huge game. That's sold millions and millions of copies. So like, what's missing that we,
someone's going to complain about something.
Kirby. We're missing Kirby. We're missing Mario. Obviously, Mario is a big one. But other than that, like you're forgetting everything, right? So
we got Kirby last year. Yeah, Kirby Air Riders.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mario Kart was last year. Like maybe we'll get some Mario Kart DLC this year finally. Like I think that game's in need of some sort of content of it. I know they just had like some recent updates to Knockout Tour, but
yeah.
I would like to see some proper DLC, whether that's more characters, more maps, tracks, whatever.
Right.
So I think it's a good year.
I think it's a great year. I mean, I think it's.
I think if you are always pushing for a direct, or like your gaming circle like revolves around the next direct, I think that's a problem, especially in today's like gaming culture and reaction culture. Is we're never excited for. We're more excited for the reactions than we actually are playing the games. For a lot of people, I know that's probably not our cases. We celebrate every single game that comes out and play the ones that we want to play, of course. But I think so many people get caught up in the YouTube culture of it, and they're not happy because there's no directs and there's no major news coming out, and then that kind of sprinkles down to maybe the more average consumer. Like, well, there's actually nothing to play, but if you look around, we're getting really great third-party support on the Switch too. That they have like games coming out every single month. It's a good time.
There's not a ton of news in late June, early July, but we had Star Fox, we had Rhythm Heaven, and then like indies like Dench Attack and other random games are coming out. So like, there's a shit ton to play, like more than you will ever need in a lifetime coming out. Yeah, right now.
Like if you have, and that's why I don't watch streamers really playing games, because they always complain about they're the ball and gun gamers, right? That they only play the next multiplayer game, and when the multiplayer game is dead or dying, they complain there's nothing to play, but there's hundreds of thousands of games that they could play. And then if you look to like the Nintendo YouTubers that are complaining about nothing to play or nothing's coming out, and it's because their channel's not making money, because there's no news coming out. There's no directs, and that's where their channel
their channel doesn't revolve around games. It revolves around game news.
Yeah, which is fine. Like I'm not discrediting that at all, but just play.
I mean, that's why we start off our show talking about what we've been playing, because like that is the most important part of game. Yeah.
It's fun to speculate. It's fun to talk about news, good or bad. Like it's enjoyable to me. That's why we do the show every week. But at the end of the day, like stop and just play the games, because they're good. So, all right. Well, I think we are good to wrap up. Anything else, Nick, you want to talk about before we?
No.
Talk about
I mean, thanks to Say Yes to Pull for chatting with us and asking these good questions. Sorry, we're not trying to like dog on your questions. They're just
no.
These are just good talking points.
Yeah, good talking points, because it brings up other conversations and other stuff we hear around, because we're always online too, and we see all the stuff.
Yeah.
But we tend to not complain about not playing things, because we play on every system and every console. And there's a lot of times we play games that people don't like, so that's okay too. We'll be back next week. Splatoon Raiders comes out on Thursday. Very excited to see if Amazon can deliver for the second game delivery in the row, where I actually got it early last time for Star Fox. So
to balance out, you're going to get it a day late.
then I would say, okay, they did me good one week. The next time they did me dirty, and then after that, I will that will determine if I let me pull up my orders real quick on Amazon.
I got mine through Walmart, and it still says
mine says arriving Thursday for.
Yeah, mine says arriving by July 23rd, which I think is Thursday.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. So mine says Thursday, but that's what it said before, and then they were like, it's arriving today, and I was like, oh my god. So we'll see. All right, guys. Well, that is going to wrap up the show. If you guys can review us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice, that would be greatly greatly appreciate it. And if you ever want to hang out in the chat with us and watch us record it live, that would be also greatly appreciated. Come in and chat with us and get like Nick said with Pulp here giving us great talking points is always awesome. And with that, we're back with our Splatoon Raiders review, whatever
review impressions. I don't know how long the game is, but
yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll have to do some co-op and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
get some raids in.
Do some raids.
All right, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.